Hi, my name is Jana Shevchik and I help my expert clients scale their business with Pinterest. And today I have my client Anna who took my Pinterest course and I'll ask her some questions about how the course went for her. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Gianna. Thank you for having me in here.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and who do you help?
So my name is Anna Reyes and I'm a holistic nutritionist. I'm helping women boost their fertility quickly and naturally and ultimately getting them pregnant.
Awesome. Awesome. What was it like before you joined my course? How are you getting clients? How was the process look like?
Well, I had a long journey of trying to attract people, right? So I don't have a problem, obviously, here in town where I work, but what I wanted to do is to scale online because we're planning to move in different towns. So I didn't want to have all my clientele only concentrated in one town. So I wanted to have, and moreover, online has more exposure too, right?
Yeah.
However, people online are not the same how people are here, because here you're most likely getting referrals from mouth to mouth. Online is different. People don't know who you are. There's so much scam around. And no matter what kind of platform you're using, people are always like, really? You're doing that? Like, I don't believe you. So they're very skeptical.
Yeah.
So before I used, and I still use the Facebook as a platform, as my main platform. And I would have to create a ton of engaging posts, value posts, create credibility posts to make sure that people understand what I'm doing, that they know that I have results. And I do get business from that, but it wasn't as much because the exposure is still not there. Another thing is that I had to literally spam people with friend requests, because if you don't do that, nobody will know about you. So that is quite annoying. And some people would react fine when you send requests, some won't. So it all depends. So yeah, that's pretty much where I was before the course. Plus, I spent quite a bit of money on business coaches.
How was it working with business coaches?
Some were good, some were not that good. My first coach was horrible. And I spent a ton of money on him. Unfortunately, I didn't go anywhere, neither with my offer nor with any strategy of how to attract people.
Mm-hmm.
My second coach was much better, and he helped me a lot with the copywriting and with creating offers, so that wasn't too bad.
Okay. And when it comes to getting clients, like what were your like average results before you joined my course? Like how many like those friend requests that you have to send, how many people were reaching out to you? Like how was this whole process working? And what amount of time did you have to spend to get those results?
Well, I used to send around 20 friend requests, but Facebook is a little tricky on that. If you have reached a certain amount of friend requests and people are not responding to them, they start blocking those friend requests for you. So they will be start asking you, do you really know this person? Or you're just sending like spamming people around, right? So that's why after that you will be able to probably send like 5 requests per day. So like the
Have you ever been
growth.
blocked?
Sorry?
Have you ever been blocked like that?
No, I have never been blocked like that, but I always stop when I get this message is make sure that you add only people who you know. So obviously that's a sign that I might be red flagged on that.
And does it
So
impact you? So like you started sending like less friend requests or?
yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes. But then I figured out that in order for you to overcome it, you need just to go into the send requests and just clear them, wait for a couple of days, and then you can send more.
Gotcha.
But still, like, right, it's annoying. And yeah, and obviously the friend there is only a number of people who would accept those friend requests because they don't know you really. Some people are more personal. Like I personally, very personal. I'm not going to accept every single friend request to me. So I'm assume that a lot of people will be the same.
And how would you like decide who to send a friend request to?
I would go into the groups, the one which are related to my topic, which I'm doing fertility, right? So it will be either IVF related groups or fertility related groups. Just go through the members who recently joined, because more likely they would have any kind of fertility issues, and yeah, just go from that.
Okay. So even though like people were in those groups, they were still not happy to like accept your friend request.
Yes, because they don't know me, right? They see what I'm doing, but a lot of people right now with mentality is that if somebody tries to send you requests who they don't know, more likely these people will be
Reaching you.
spamming you, reaching you out. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to like first reject. Nobody wants to say no.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah.
Okay. So after you took the course, what changed?
Oh, a lot of things has changed. First of all, I thought that Pinterest is more like for bunny pictures or I don't know, beauty. If I needed to do some nails, I would look for designs or home designs. I
Yeah.
never thought of Pinterest being a business platform originally. So you thankfully opened my eyes that apparently it's a really nice platform. And first of all, it's a search engine just like Google. So people are looking for different kind of things in there. So that was quite eye-opening for me. And when I started creating my accounts, I found all my competitors actually being in there and having all those nice pins. So I felt really, really behind in there already. And then once I started creating, like with your help, the accounts, I noticed that I started to get such a big reach. So like, and started massively growing. What we started maybe like 9 weeks ago, right? And my account's already on 115,000 views, right? And God knows how many clicks we have now. We've had what, 9,000? So yeah, it's growing really fast. And then once I started adding my pins, I started to get actually friend requests. So I didn't need to chase people. I'm getting friend requests 2 or 3 per day at least. And I'm getting also followers on my business page. So before I was like maybe at 10 likes because I didn't really promote my page. Now I'm at 70 likes. And
Oh.
I stopped noticing how many followers I actually have already. So yeah, it's quite good because I know that these people who are adding me, they come from Pinterest and they're actually looking for my solution. So I don't need to chase them. I also, when I started adding my pins, I started to get also messages of people interested in what I'm doing. And so far they're not much qualified for what I'm doing. However, it's already a start, right? So if people started reaching me out, that's already positive, right? So
Yeah.
instead of me chasing people.
Yeah. And when it comes to where are you sending this traffic to? So from Pinterest, where does people go?
Yeah, that is actually the perfect question, because apparently with Pinterest you can send anywhere, right? So as long as you have content, and I have content now on my website, I have tons of content on my Facebook, and plus I have a podcast which has so many directions where you can send to, like iTunes, Google, or Spotify, right? So all these platforms you can send just with a couple of pins. So that's awesome.
Okay. When it comes to your podcast, how did your subscriber list grow? Because you told me before, but how? Tell you on the video as well. How many podcast subscribers did you have before Pinterest, and how much do you have right now?
Yes, before I had maybe 10, 15, like depends, right? Because they're changing. So now I have around 50 to 70. So
Oh,
actually, yesterday I was I was uploading my new episode, and I had 70 at that time.
awesome.
And I have
Awesome.
over 250 listens, previews on the already existing episodes.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. So there's a lot of people who are coming to your Facebook post that you basically are like pouring gasoline on the fire. So you created content already, and now it's just more people that you are reaching, right? Before you were only reaching the people who are your friends, and now it can be basically anyone. Anyone who is searching for this kind of information on Pinterest can find you and go to your Facebook profile, watch you, and start sending you a friend request or start following your Facebook page, or become your friend or follower, or like ask you questions directly, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. How much time does it take you right now with Pinterest, like after you have the whole setup and automation? How much time are you spending managing the account?
Maybe 15 minutes a day, just to pin maybe 5 to 10 pins a day, and adding more, like following more people. And because I'm a little crazy on adding pins, so I usually do it every day instead of just scheduling things. But adding pins is literally takes you 5 minutes. So
Okay. And
yeah.
how is PinMeApp helping you with repinning? If you were to do what PinMeApp does for your page right now, how much
Well,
time?
I wouldn't do that. That's just crazy. I have like what over 60 groups right now. So like I wouldn't be able to repin in all these groups every single day. That was just like I would be nuts. And then moreover, some groups are more active, so you'd have to pin not only once but 2 or 3 times a day, right? Some pins are not that active and you don't want to pin there every single day. So with PinMeApp, you can actually settle and schedule everything. So which is amazing. So it takes all the work off me. So the only thing I need to make sure is that tracking those groups which has certain rules, like repinning their stuff, like 5 or 2 pins a day, which
Yeah.
I usually have those groups and I usually try to repin them every single day. And that's it. So you're done.
Awesome. So just to summarize, so basically what PinMeApp does, because Anna has lots of access to lots of group boards, because when you have access to group boards, it basically like boosts your content. It's like free advertising space. So people already created group boards where they build their audience, and now you have an access completely for free to share your content with this group of people, right? And Anna, you have access to group boards that are very specific, who are only about, fertility, getting pregnant, women's health, and stuff like that. So the people who follow those group boards, those people are very, very interested in those topics. It's not random people who follow something and they don't have any interest, right? So by having access to loads of group boards like this, like you have probably like 80 or something, you get way bigger exposure for your business completely for free. So what PinMeApp does is ensure that every single day, all those group boards are getting your content. So sometimes it's once per day, sometimes it's 2 or 3 times per day. Depends on how big the group is, how many contributors are in the group. Because if everyone is pinning and it's like, 300-400 pins being added to a group board, if you only pin once, like it's very low chance that someone's gonna see your pin, right? But if a group is small and there's only like 50-100 pins being added there, if you post once per day, it's definitely enough. So like PinMeApp takes like this management from you, as if you were to go and decide which pin you're pinning to each of those group boards. And then you don't want to pin the same pins all the time, right? You don't want to pin the same pin to the same board more frequent than every 30 days. So that's why PinMeApp helps you out with that. You don't have to worry. You just set up automated. And like once every 2 weeks, Anna and I will sit and we just go through her account just to make sure that she's paying proper amount, that her content is visible on those platforms. And of course, she does what she should, and she repins content from other creators. And it takes her like 15 minutes per day.
Right.
Whereas when she were to spend the time to pin her own content to all those 80 group boards.
Oh, that would take forever.
Exactly.
And try to do it like with all honesty. No, that's just, yeah.
Exactly. What will you tell to people who are thinking about joining my course?
Oh, don't think about it. It's definitely worth like 100% of money. And it's to go step by step from like literally from zero, because my account was zero, like literally zero. It's just brand new account. And every single step, like how to create the account, what's exactly to do for the first 2 weeks, for the next 2 weeks, for the following 2 weeks, right? And what is nice is that, yes, despite the fact that it's 6 weeks, you still, if for some reason you're kind of behind, maybe just because you have specific topics, right? Joanna always tells you like, that's okay, like slow down, do whatever you do, and then you can keep going, right? So it's also one-on-one, almost one-on-one support, even though it's, we had weekly calls just to make sure that we're on track. She still was available every single time you had questions. So it was like, I don't remember any kind of program where you would subscribe for the same amount of money and you would all literally would have almost one-on-one support. So that's amazing.
Yeah, so we do like once a week, I do Q&A call with like all the students where they can ask questions. And I also do review of each and every one of their accounts. So
right, yes. That was very important because yes, when we created the accounts and nobody was like, obviously we were following all the directions, we still had mistakes, and Joanna was really harsh on us, telling what exactly to change and how
I don't
to change.
allow having mistakes. I make
which
sure.
is awesome, you know what? Which is awesome because a lot of coaches would be just like, like wiggling around, trying not. Anyways, the harsher the better, because that way you will actually do the things right, and you'll understand why the things are not the way they should, and why your visibility might be impacted by that, which is very important, especially when you're just starting the account, right?
Okay, when people are saying, oh, I don't know whether it's the right time to join Pinterest, like what would you say?
Well, there is always there won't be the best actually time right now to go on Pinterest. Why? Because people are locked down in their houses.
We are
And
recording it during coronavirus, by the way.
yeah, so it's the best timing because a lot of people will be looking for online opportunities and growing their businesses, the one which a lot of people actually do have as a hobby or side jobs, right, kind of thing. So right now they will be concentrating more on trying to expose, and there will be a lot of people actually looking for the things because they have nothing to do. Online is everything for everybody, right? So
Yeah.
Netflix and searching for any kind of information online. So a lot of people like Pinterest just because it's an easy and visual, and we're all visual instead of just readers. They will be looking for that kind of information on Pinterest. So definitely, best timing.
Anna is mom of 4, and she was able to find 30 minutes per day for 6 weeks to implement the course. That's why I'm saying that if you don't have time, then like definitely it's always an option. You can always have like an assistant, virtual assistant, or someone from your team do the course if you really don't have time, but it's definitely manageable, I would say. Especially like even mom of 4 was able to do it, it's definitely possible.
And it doesn't take too long. Like it's normally would even at the beginning when we were setting up an account, it would take me half an hour. Like with all honesty, it wouldn't take too long. When we were sending requests to groups, that was taking longer, but no more than 40 minutes a day. Yeah. So that's not like a big timing. Once you understand how to do it, it just goes like it's just rolling.
Yeah, I think the most important is that like you are reaching huge amount of people, and you're reaching them when they want, when they're interested in, like they're gonna find you because it's a search engine, right? So people are gonna find your product, your service online, either in their feed because they follow those group boards or because you ranked top on search results. And it's completely free, right? So you invest the time once and then it just runs for you. You don't have to do nothing. Like Anna don't really have to do nothing. It's just because she wants to. But if she didn't really want to do nothing, like her reach wouldn't go down. She's like over 100,000 people see her content, right? So all those impressions, like she shows up in people's feed like all the time. Like when you look like at ads or other stuff, like you see the same person showing up in your feed and showing up in your feed, and after they showed up like 7 to 15, 20 times, you're like, okay, let me click on that, right? And I think that many people want that, especially when it's free, when you're not paying for those impressions. And it's virtually like you invest this time once and it's done. Like you don't have to sit and send those 15, 20 friend requests and just get this rejection. You're just getting the right people coming to you. And if you're not reaching like huge audience, you're definitely going to have to settle and work with people who aren't probably the best fit just because you really need to make money, right? But if you reach huge audience, people come to you, you are in the luxury position where you are pick and choosing. Oh, okay, you're worth my time.
And another thing I wanted to mention is that whenever you run ads, people are generally would look at it negatively. Like I don't know if people are like me, but whenever I see like even on Pinterest sponsored, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna click on it. Or if on Facebook, if you look on the certain ads and look through the comments, there's so many negative comments on that because people are annoyed to see those ads. They're on social media to want to enjoy content more than having those stupid ads popping in, right? So I usually just try to block some. So, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't worth your money just to go with ads if people are keep blocking it.
Okay, cool, nice. It was very nice having you today on the video.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Anything that you want to say that I didn't have any more questions anymore?
No, like yeah. Once again, if anybody is looking into that, and I know that Joanna has different price tags, like different price ranges. So if you're super busy and you don't have time to do that, I think she has a really awesome solution for that. But if you have time and you wanted just to create that huge exposure without spending any kind of money on ads, that's like 100% something to go for.
Yeah, I have 3 options. So it's like done for you, or I can do everything for you. It's a course like Anna took that you do it on your own. You get like this call once a week with me, or there's coaching. So for coaching, I tell just like very small amount of people where they have access to me every single day. So like every day they can, talk to me directly, not in the Facebook group, but directly. So yeah, those are the like free options to work with me. But you can also go on PinMeApp.com/work with us, and you can see all of it in there as well. Awesome. Yeah. Really great to have you, Anna, today with us. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.